Matteo DeLuca slammed his tattooed hand against the table. Nobody leaves. The silverware jumped against the white linen, and every conversation inside Bellini's went dead. Claire Bennett stood beside him with an empty tray pressed to her ribs, trying not to stare at the black ink climbing from his fingers, beneath his open cuff, and up the left side of his neck. 3 seconds earlier, she had slapped his hand away from a glass of bourbon. Now 4 men in dark suits were watching her like she had just signed her own death warrant. Matteo slowly turned his hand over. A red mark crossed his knuckles where she had struck him. "You have 5 seconds, he said, his voice low enough that only she could hear, "to explain why you touched me." Claire's feet had been aching since noon. Her black work shoes were worn thin. Her lower back felt like a rusted hinge, and the restaurant smelled of roasted garlic, expensive tobacco, and bleach from the kitchen floor. None of that mattered now. She leaned closer, pretending to straighten the folded napkin beside his plate. "Your drink is poison." Matteo did not look at the glass. That frightened her more than shouting would have. Across the table, Vincent Moretti continued cutting his steak, calm and precise. Carlo DeLuca lifted one eyebrow. The other guests waited for Matteo to laugh, punish her, or have security drag her away. Instead, he rested both tattooed hands on the table and studied Claire's face. "How do you know? It smells wrong." "That's not an answer." "Bitter almonds under the orange peel," she whispered. "I've smelled it before." The light came out too quickly. Matteo noticed. His eyes narrowed, dark and tired beneath the warm chandelier light. Claire's father had taught her that smell years ago, before his sudden death. Before the collection notices started arriving. Before men connected to Moretti began calling her younger brother at work. She had spent 18 months pretending she knew nothing about the debt, the missing ledger, or why her father had hidden a storage key inside an old coffee tin. Tonight, one careless breath over Matteo DeLuca's glass had pulled all of it back into the room. "Claire." Her manager's voice cracked behind her, step away from the table. She straightened, but Matteo lifted one finger. The manager stopped. "She stays," Matteo said. Claire felt every eye in the dining room settle on her stained apron and trembling hands. Vincent smiled over the rim of his wine glass. "A waitress humiliates you in front of the families, and you reward her with a place at the table?" Matteo finally looked at the bourbon. "I haven't rewarded anyone." He slid the glass toward the center of the table. "We're having dinner." Carlo gave a dry laugh. "After this, especially after this." Matteo looked up at the crowded room. No phones. No one goes near the exits. The staff continues serving. Then his gaze returned to Claire. "You'll bring me another drink." She understood what he was asking. "Act normal. Keep the killer watching." Claire picked up the poisoned glass with a folded napkin and set it on her tray. As she turned toward the bar, she caught movement near the service station. A young waiter reached for the tray, switched the marked glass with one meant for an elderly guest, and walked away without looking at her. Claire's blood went cold. The poison had never been meant to disappear. Someone in the room simply needed another person to drink it. Claire moved before she could think. She stepped into the young waiter's path, tilted her tray, and let a stack of clean dessert plates slide onto the carpet. The crash tore through the silence like a warning bell. The waiter stopped. So did everyone else. "Sorry," Claire said, dropping to one knee. Her voice sounded steady, even though her pulse was beating hard against her throat. She reached for the glass before he could. Matteo watched from the table, his dark eyes fixed on her. The tattoo along the left side of his neck disappeared beneath his black collar, while the ink across his hands remained still against the white tablecloth. He understood. "Leave it," he said. Claire froze with her fingers an inch from the stem. The waiter looked at Matteo. "Sir, I was only helping. I did not ask for help." Matteo's voice was quiet, but the young man stepped back. Claire rose slowly, carrying the tray and both glasses toward the bar. Every instinct told her to run through the kitchen and out into the alley, but the side door was now guarded by one of Matteo's men. Nobody was leaving. Behind her, forks touched plates again. Conversation returned in low, Careful pieces. Matteo had ordered the room to keep pretending, and the room obeyed. Claire set the tray beneath the bar and covered the glasses with a clean towel. Her manager appeared beside her, his face pale and damp. "What did you do?" he whispered. "I stopped a mistake. You embarrassed Matteo DeLuca in front of the Morettas." His fingers closed around her wrist. "Do you understand what that means?" Claire looked down at his hand before she could answer. Another hand caught his sleeve and pulled him away. Matteo stood behind them. Up close, he smelled of cedar, rain, and faint gun oil. His black shirt was open at the throat, exposing more of the charcoal tattoo that curved beneath his collarbone. "Do not touch her," he said. The manager released Claire at once. Matteo did not raise his voice. He did not need to. He looked at Claire's wrist, where a red mark was already forming. Then at her face. "Come with me. I am working." "Not anymore." He led her back to the table, where an empty chair had been placed beside him. Carlo DeLuca stared at it with open disgust. "You are seating the help now." "I am questioning a witness," Matteo replied. Vincent Moretti smiled as if the whole thing amused him. "A witness to what?" Matteo rested one tattooed hand beside Claire's untouched water glass. "That is what we are going to find out." Claire sat, painfully aware of her fitted black uniform, tired feet, and every wealthy eye measuring her. Matteo leaned closer. "Tell me where you learned that smell." "A chemistry class. Try again." Her stomach tightened. Across the table, Vincent cut another piece of steak. He had not looked at her once since she sat down. That was what frightened her. Claire lowered her voice. "My father worked for a shipping company." Matteo's expression changed by barely an inch. "Which company?" She looked at Vincent, this time. He looked back. "Moretti Coastal Logistics," she said. The knife in Vincent's hand stopped against the plate. Carlo swore under his breath. Matteo remained still. "Your father's name?" "Daniel Bennett." The room seemed to shrink. Matteo's eyes sharpened. "Daniel Bennett died owing my family $280,000. Claire felt the old shame rise hot behind her ribs. "He did not owe you. The records say otherwise." The records were changed. Vincent placed his knife down gently. "That is a serious accusation from a waitress." Claire met his gaze. "Then why have your men been calling my brother for 18 months? Matteo turned toward Vincent. The silence that followed was heavier than the first. Before anyone could answer, the kitchen doors swung open. The head chef stumbled into the dining room, one hand gripping the frame. He looked directly at Claire and shook his head once, urgently. Then his knees gave way, and he collapsed beside the dessert cart. Claire was out of her chair before anyone else moved. The chef lay beside the dessert cart, breathing shallowly, his white jacket stained with sauce and flour. "Call an ambulance," she said. Nobody reached for a phone. Matteo had ordered every device collected, and now a dozen powerful men were looking at him for permission to save one unconscious cook. His tattooed hand came down flat on the table. "Call now." One of his guards crossed the room and used the restaurant phone. Claire knelt beside the chef, careful not to move him. His skin looked gray beneath the kitchen lights. "Can you hear me?" His eyelids fluttered. He tried to speak, but only air came out. Then his fingers closed weakly around Claire's wrist. "Pantry," he whispered. "Blue box." Matteo heard him. So did Vincent. Vincent leaned back in his chair. "This is becoming theatrical." Matteo turned his head. The charcoal tattoo along his neck shifted above the open collar of his black shirt. "You seem unusually calm." "I am not the one letting a waitress control the room." Claire looked at the chef again. His grip loosened. "What is in the blue box?" she asked. He swallowed. "Your father." The words barely carried over the low hum of the dining room. Claire felt the floor tilt beneath her before she could ask more. The chef's eyes closed. The ambulance dispatcher gave instructions through the phone while Matteo's men cleared space. Near the entrance, Carlo stepped toward Claire. "Enough. Search her." Matteo rose between them. He did not touch Carlo. He simply placed himself in the path. broad shoulders blocking Claire from view. You will not put your hands on her. Carlo's face hardened. She knows the poison her father stole from us. Now the chef says her name before falling down. What else do you need? Evidence, Matteo said. A concept this family used to respect. The insult landed quietly. Claire stood, smoothing the front of her black uniform with trembling hands. She hated that Matteo could probably see how frightened she was. She hated even more that standing behind him felt safe. Search my apron, she said. Carlo smiled without warmth. A guard emptied her pockets onto the table. A pen, a wine key, $12 in tips, a tube of lip balm, and a folded piece of paper. Claire recognized it immediately. Her stomach turned cold. Matteo unfolded it. Ethan Bennett, payment due by midnight, $280,000. Beneath the amount was a handwritten sentence, final extension. Vincent gave a soft sigh. There is your evidence. Claire looked at him. That was not in my pocket when my shift started. Convenient, you would know. Carlo stepped closer. But Matteo raised one tattooed hand. The room stopped again. Who is Ethan? He asked. Claire stared at the paper. My younger brother. Why does Moretti Coastal hold his debt? Because after my father died, they told us the money became ours to repay. And you believed them? I was 22. My mother was sick. Ethan was still in high school. Belief had nothing to do with it. Matteo studied her face, and something behind his cold expression shifted. Not pity, recognition. What did your father find? Claire pressed her lips together. She had spent years protecting the answer. Now the chef had collapsed. Her brother's name was on Matteo's table, and Vincent Moretti was watching her with the patience of a man who thought he had already won. Money was disappearing from DeLuca's shipping accounts, she said. My father found transfers hidden inside ordinary invoices. He told me someone inside your family was stealing from you. Carlo laughed once. Daniel Bennett was a thief. No, Claire said. Her voice shook, but she did not lower it. He was trying to bring Matteo proof. Matteo looked toward Vincent. Did he? Vincent lifted his wine glass but did not drink. Daniel Bennett died before any meeting took place. Claire felt Matteo's gaze return to her. Where is the proof now? There was a ledger. Where? She took a breath. Someone broke into my apartment this morning. For the first time. Vincent's smile disappeared. Claire looked directly at Matteo. The ledger is gone. Matteo did not look away from Claire. When? Around 8 this morning. What was taken? The ledger. My father's old phone. And a coffee tin with a storage key inside. Carlo pushed back from the table. She admits she had stolen family records. Claire turned toward him. My father kept copies because someone inside your family was changing the numbers. Carlo's mouth tightened, but Matteo raised one tattooed hand before he could answer. You are coming with me. Claire stared at him. I am not going anywhere until I know the chef is alive. Red and blue light flashed across the restaurant windows as the ambulance pulled to the curb. Matteo glanced toward the entrance. He will get medical care. You will get answers. That sounds a lot like an arrest. If it were an arrest, you would not be standing. His voice stayed cold, but he stepped closer and lowered it. Someone poisoned my drink, planted a debt notice in your apron, and stole the only proof your father left behind. Staying here is not safe. Vincent folded his napkin with careful hands. Matteo, the Moretti family came here in good faith. Walking out now will look like an accusation. Matteo turned. The dark tattoo on his neck sharp beneath the chandelier light. Then take it personally. The room went silent. Sophia appeared near the kitchen doors, her phone in one hand and worry written across her face. The chef is breathing, she said. The paramedics think he will make it. Claire let out a breath she had not realized she was holding. Matteo touched the middle of her back, guiding rather than pushing. The warmth of his hand came through the thin fabric of her uniform. She hated how aware she was of it. They left through the kitchen, passing stainless steel counters, wet tile, and stun cooks. The air smelled of burned rosemary and industrial cleaner. Outside, rain hammered the alley hard enough to bounce off the pavement. A black sport utility vehicle waited near the loading dock. Matteo's driver opened the rear door. Claire stopped. My brother. Sophia is locating him. That is not good enough. It is what I have right now. She looked up at him. Rain had darkened his hair and traced the charcoal ink along his neck. Men like you always think a car and an order solve everything. Something flickered in his eyes. Men like me? Men who have never had to choose between rent and keeping the lights on. You know nothing about what I have had to choose. A sharp crack split the alley. The rear window of the vehicle shattered. Matteo moved instantly. He caught Claire around the waist and pulled her behind the heavy steel service door. As his men rushed forward, glass scattered across the wet pavement. Claire's breath locked in her chest. Matteo stood between her and the alley, one arm braced against the doorframe, his tattooed hand shielding the side of her head. Stay behind me. You are bleeding. A thin line marked his shoulder, where flying glass had cut through his black shirt. It is nothing. Another crack sounded farther down the block. Matteo pushed her toward a second vehicle turning into the alley. Move. Claire ran with him through the rain. Her shoes slipped once, and his hand closed around hers before she hit the ground. They reached the vehicle, and he put her inside first. Only after the door slammed shut did he climb in beside her. The interior smelled of leather, wet wool, and gun oil. Claire grabbed a clean cloth from the console and pressed it to his shoulder. Matteo looked down at her hand. You do that often? Keep difficult men from making bad situations worse? Save them. She met his eyes. Do not make it sound romantic. His mouth almost moved. Almost. The driver pulled away from the curb. Matteo's phone rang. Sophia's voice came through the speaker, tight and breathless. Do not go home. Security cameras show one of our own vehicles waiting outside the estate. Carlo's access code opened the east gate 10 minutes ago. Matteo went completely still. Claire felt the muscles beneath her hand harden. Where is Carlo now? He asked. Sophia paused. He left the restaurant 30 seconds before you did. Matteo looked through the rain-streaked window, then down at the blood darkening the cloth between Claire's fingers. Change of plans, he told the driver. Take us somewhere the family does not know. The motel sign buzzed red through the rain, missing two letters and flickering like it was trying to warn them away. Claire stepped out of the vehicle and immediately regretted it. Cold water soaked through her thin shoes, and the wind pressed her black uniform against her slender frame. Matteo came around the other side, one hand holding the cloth against his shoulder. Even injured, he looked controlled. His dark hair was still neatly swept back. His black shirt open at the collar, the charcoal tattoo on the left side of his neck shining under the wet neon light. This is your safe place, Claire asked. It is a place nobody important would choose. Comforting. Matteo led her into room 17. The carpet smelled damp, the heater rattled in the corner, and stale coffee sat in a cracked machine beside the sink. There was one bed, one wooden chair, and a faded painting of a lake that had probably never existed. Matteo locked the door, checked the window, then removed his jacket. Claire saw the cut in his shirt more clearly. Sit down. I am fine. You have said that twice. It was not convincing either time. His tattooed fingers paused at his cuff. For a moment, he looked like he might argue. Then he sat on the edge of the bed. Claire found a small first aid kit in the bathroom. When she returned, Matteo had unbuttoned the top of his shirt enough to expose the tattoo continuing over his shoulder. She kept her attention on the cut. This will sting. I have had worse. That does not make this hurt less. She cleaned the wound carefully. Matteo did not flinch, but the muscles beneath her fingers tightened. On the nightstand, his phone lit up with Sophia's name. He answered immediately. Talk to me. Ethan left work 3 hours ago, Sophia said. His supervisor claims a Moretti driver picked him up. Claire's hand stopped. Put her on speaker. Matteo did. Did anyone see where they went? Claire asked. No. I am checking traffic cameras, but someone disabled access to half the feeds. Sophia hesitated. Claire, I found something else. Your father's debt was renewed every 6 months. but no payments were ever credited. They were never trying to collect it. They were keeping it alive. Claire stared at the stained motel carpet. The debt had shaped every decision she made for 7 years. Extra shifts, missed birthdays, her mother's medication divided into careful weekly envelopes. All of it might have been a leash, not a bill. "Call me when you find Ethan," Matteo said. After the line went quiet, he noticed Claire's hands trembling. He opened a worn metal box from inside his jacket and held out a small bottle of water. Her eyes caught the faded label taped to the lid. "Sophia, morning medication, emergency dose. You carry her medicine." Claire asked. Matteo looked away. "She used to have panic attacks after our mother died. Sometimes she forgot what helped, so you remembered for her." "Someone had to." The answer came too quickly, almost offensive. Claire saw it then, the part of him he kept buried beneath tailored suits. Family rules, and ink dark enough to look like armor. His phone rang again. Carlo's voice filled the room. "The council is meeting. They want the waitress surrendered before Moretti calls this an act of war." Matteo's expression hardened. "She is not being surrendered. You would risk the family for a stranger?" Carlo asked. Matteo looked at Claire. "She is a witness." Claire heard what he did not say. "Not yet." Carlo's voice dropped. "Then you are choosing badly." The call ended. Matteo offered Claire a clean envelope. "I can clear the debt and move you and Ethan out of state. New names, new start." She looked at him. "Would you leave if Sophia were missing?" Silence filled the room. Matteo had no answer. Claire's phone vibrated inside her apron. A photograph appeared on the screen. Ethan sat beneath a hanging light, his hands bound in front of him, fear plain on his face. Below it was one sentence: "Bring DeLuca to dinner. Come alone." Claire stared at the photograph until the motel room blurred around the edges. Ethan's face was pale beneath the hanging light, but he was awake. That was the only thing keeping her upright. Matteo took the phone from her hand. His tattooed fingers tightened around it as he read the message. "You are not going alone." Claire looked at him. "They said to bring you. They also said alone. Then they expect me to betray you?" Matteo set the phone on the nightstand. "That part was obvious. You sound calm." "I am deciding how many people inside my family knew about this." The heater clicked off, leaving the room to quiet. Rain tapped against the window. Claire crossed her arms, trying to stop herself from shaking. "I am going. No, that is my brother. And this is a trap." "I noticed." Matteo stood. The cut on his shoulder pulled beneath the fresh bandage. But his expression did not change. His black shirt remained open at the collar, showing the charcoal tattoo along his neck and shoulder. "You saved my life once tonight. Do not throw yours away before sunrise." Claire stepped closer. "You do not get to turn me into property because I saved you." His jaw tightened. "I am trying to keep you alive." Those are not the same thing. The words landed harder than she expected. Matteo looked at her for a long moment, and something in his face shifted. He was used to people obeying him, fearing him, waiting for permission to breathe. Claire was too tired and too scared to do any of those things. His phone rang. Sophia's name appeared on the screen. Matteo answered. "Tell me you found him." "Not yet," Sophia said. "But I found Carlo's signature on 3 Moretti transfers. He approved the security change at the restaurant, and he opened the east gate before the ambush." Matteo turned toward the rain-streaked window. "Why?" "Because Vincent promised him the chair after you were gone." Claire watched the muscles in Matteo's back tighten. Betrayal was not new to him. That did not mean it hurt less. Sophia continued. "There is more. The council received a message saying you kidnapped Claire to silence her. Carlo is calling an emergency vote." Matteo gave a quiet, humorless laugh. "He poisons my drink, takes her brother, then calls me unstable. He wants you angry," Claire said. Matteo ended the call and looked at her. "Then we disappoint him." Claire reached into her apron and removed the small storage receipt she had kept hidden behind the lining. "My father made 2 copies of the ledger." Matteo's eyes narrowed. "You said it was gone. The original is gone. The second copy is in a bank box under my mother's maiden name. Why did you not tell me? Because 5 hours ago, I did not know whether you were the man my father feared or the man he was trying to warn. Matteo accepted that without argument. Claire continued, we make a false copy. Enough real details to convince Vincent at first glance. We go to dinner. You pretend you believe I helped steal from your family. And when they separate us, they will try. That is when we find Ethan. Matteo shook his head. Too many things can go wrong. They already have. He studied her, then opened the metal box again. Beneath Sophia's medicine was a heavy silver ring engraved with the DeLuca crest. He held it out. Wear this? Claire did not take it. What does it mean? That anyone who touches you answers to me. That sounds dangerously close to ownership. No. Matteo's voice softened. It means protection. The choice is still yours. Claire slipped the ring onto her finger. It was too large. So Matteo took her hand and adjusted it carefully with a thin black cord. His tattooed fingers were warm against hers. Neither of them moved away immediately. We go together, she said. We leave together. Matteo met her eyes. That is the plan. Outside, headlights swept across the curtains. A car had stopped in front of room 17. Then someone knocked 3 times, paused, and knocked once more. Matteo's hand closed around Claire's. That is not my driver. Matteo pulled Claire behind him before the second knock finished. His tattooed hand stayed wrapped around hers, firm but careful, while his other hand reached for the lamp and killed the light. The motel room fell into red shadows from the broken neon sign outside. Bathroom. He whispered, no. Claire's voice was barely louder than the rain. We leave together. His eyes found hers in the darkness. For 1 tense second, she expected an order. Instead, Matteo nodded. The knock came again, 3 times, a pause, then once. Mr. DeLuca, a man called through the door. Your sister sent us. Matteo's expression went cold. Sophia does not call me mister. He guided Claire toward the rear window. Before they reached it, a phone vibrated outside the door. Then a familiar voice cursed softly. Matteo stopped. Anthony? Boss? Open the door before motel security calls the police. Matteo unlocked it, but kept his body between Claire and the hallway. Anthony Rizzo stood outside, soaked through his charcoal suit. One hand raised to show he carried nothing. 2 vehicles waited near the office. Sophia sent me, he said. She said you would question the knock. She was right. Anthony looked past him at Claire, then noticed the DeLuca ring on her finger. His eyebrows lifted, but he wisely said nothing. The Moretti dinner starts in 40 minutes. He continued. Vincent moved it to the family estate. Carlo is already there. Matteo's jaw tightened. And Ethan? Still missing. Claire felt fear press beneath her ribs. Cold and heavy. Then we go now. 25 minutes later, she sat beside Matteo in the back of the vehicle, wearing a simple black dress Sophia had sent from a safe apartment. It fit her slender frame with quiet elegance, nothing flashy, but far removed from the stained waitress uniform folded beside her. Matteo had changed into a clean black suit with an open collar. The tattoo along the left side of his neck remained visible, continuing beneath the fabric, while dark ink covered his hands and fingers like a second set of gloves. He looked composed again. Only Claire knew about the fresh bandage beneath his shirt. When we walk inside, he said, you stay beside me until you pretend to turn on me. I will not let them take you. They have to believe you might. Matteo looked out at the wet highway. I have spent my entire life making people believe the worst about me. That will not be difficult. Claire studied his profile. Does that bother you? It used to. And now, his gaze shifted to her. Now there is one person in the car whose opinion matters. The words settled between them, warmer than the heater. Claire looked down at the silver ring secured around her finger with black cord. She wanted to ask what would happen after tonight, if there was an after. Instead, she said, do not make me regret trusting you. Matteo's tattooed thumb brushed once across her knuckles. I was about to say the same. The Moretti estate rose beyond iron gates, all white stone and dark windows, bright enough to look welcoming from a distance. Inside, it felt like a courthouse built by men who never expected to stand trial. Family portraits lined the walls. Security watched from every doorway. At the dining room entrance, Vincent waited in a navy suit, smiling as if he had invited them for a holiday meal. Carlos stood behind him with several members of the DeLuca council. His eyes went straight to Claire's ring. "You brought her under our crest?" he asked. Matteo removed his overcoat. "I brought a witness. You brought a liability." Claire stepped forward before Matteo could answer. "Then why did you need my brother to get me here?" Carlo's face did not move, but Vincent's smile thinned. The dining room doors opened. A long table waited beneath the crystal chandeliers, set with polished silver and 9 untouched glasses of red wine. Ethan's chair was empty. Vincent gestured toward Claire's seat. "Dinner first. Answers afterward." Matteo pulled the chair out for her. His face unreadable. As Claire sat, he leaned close enough for only her to hear. "Whatever happens, remember the plan." She looked toward the empty chair across from her. Beneath its plate, someone had placed Ethan's cracked wristwatch. The plan just changed. She whispered. Claire kept her eyes on Ethan's cracked watch while Vincent poured wine, as if nothing in the room had changed. "You said answers after dinner," she said. "Where is my brother?" Vincent set the bottle down, safe for the moment. Matteo's tattooed hand rested beside his plate, perfectly still. The black ink across his fingers looked darker beneath the chandelier light. Claire could feel the tension in him, held so tightly it seemed to change the air around the table. Carlo leaned back in his chair. She is in no position to make demands. Claire looked at him. "Neither were you when you sold Matteo's schedule to the Morettis." A quiet murmur passed through the room. Carlo's face hardened. Vincent smiled, but there was no warmth in it. "That is a serious claim." "I brought records." Claire placed the false ledger on the table. Matteo did not look at her. That was part of the plan. But the distance in his expression still hurt more than she expected. Vincent opened the folder and turned several pages. "Your father was always thorough. He was also honest. Honesty is usually what poor men call a lack of options." Matteo's fingers curled once against the tablecloth. Claire noticed. So did Vincent. "Careful," Matteo said. His voice was low and flat. "You invited us to dinner. Do not confuse hospitality with permission." Carlo pushed his chair back. "There. That is exactly the problem. You are threatening family over a waitress." Matteo looked at him slowly. "You stopped being family when you opened my gate." Silence followed. Carlo's eyes flicked toward Vincent, too fast to hide. Claire saw the exchange and understood. They were waiting for Matteo to lose control in front of the council. They needed him angry, reckless, easy to replace. Claire reached beneath the table and closed her hand around Matteo's wrist. His pulse was steady beneath the tattooed skin. "Not yet," she whispered. Vincent closed the ledger. "It is convincing, because most of it is real," Claire said, "including the transfers you buried inside ordinary shipping invoices." One of the older council members leaned forward. "What transfers?" Claire named the companies, the dates, and the amounts her father had written down. She did not explain methods. She did not need to. The pattern was enough. Carlo interrupted twice, but each time, Matteo silenced him with a look. "My father discovered that money was being taken from DeLuca accounts and blamed on employees who could not defend themselves," Claire continued. "When he tried to report it, the debt appeared after he died. It became mine." Vincent folded his hands. "And yet you still have not explained why your brother works for us." "Because you made sure he had no other choice." The dining room door opened. 2 men stepped in, but Ethan was not with them. Vincent turned toward Matteo. "Now we test loyalty. Give us Claire. Walk away with your council seat intact." Matteo looked at her. His face was unreadable for one terrible second. Claire wondered whether he had decided the price was too high. Then he stood and moved between her chair and the rest of the room. No, Carlo laughed sharply. You would surrender leadership for her. I would surrender it for the truth. Vincent's expression finally cracked. He snapped his fingers, and a large screen on the far wall came alive. Grainy security footage showed Sophia leading Ethan through a warehouse door. Matteo went still. Your sister took him, Vincent said. Blood betrays blood. Claire stared at the image. Something was wrong. Sophia wore a silver bracelet on her right wrist. Claire remembered seeing it at the restaurant, always on the left. The video is reversed, she said. Everyone turned toward her. The lettering on the exit sign is backward. Sophia did not betray him. You flipped the footage. Vincent reached for the remote, but Matteo caught his wrist and placed it calmly on the table. Where are they? You are making a mistake. No, Claire said, rising beside Matteo. The mistake was thinking he would choose the chair over the people you took. Matteo looked at her. Then he removed the DeLuca signet ring from his own hand and placed it in front of the council. Keep the seat. Carlo's confidence vanished. Matteo turned toward the door. Claire. She followed him without hesitation. Behind them, the council erupted in angry voices. Outside the dining room, Anthony waited with a phone. Sophia sent a location before her signal disappeared. He said, an old distribution warehouse 12 miles east. Matteo looked back once at the family table he had ruled for 15 years. Then he took Claire's hand. We go for them. Claire tightened her fingers around his. And after that, his eyes settled on hers, dark and certain. After that, we decide what this family deserves to become. The warehouse stood dark against the river, its broken windows reflecting the first gray light before dawn. Claire felt Matteo's tattooed hand close around hers as they crossed the empty loading yard. He did not tell her to stay behind, not this time. Inside, Sophia was waiting beside Ethan, both shaken but alive. Vincent's men had fled when the council turned against him, leaving only locked doors, scattered papers, and one final file on a metal desk. Claire opened it beneath a hanging work light. Her father's handwriting filled the first pages. The last page carried another name, Matteo DeLuca Sr. Matteo read the signature twice. My father knew. His voice sounded different, stripped of command. Sophia stood beside him. He knew Carlo and Vincent were stealing? Claire shook her head. He knew more than that. He approved the silence. He let innocent people carry the debt because exposing the truth would have weakened the family. Matteo looked toward the river through the dirty windows. For years, he had worn his family name like armor. Now it looked heavier than any weapon. I built everything on his rules, he said. Then build something else, Claire replied. He turned to her. His black suit was wrinkled, the bandage beneath his shirt stained from the night, and the charcoal tattoo along his neck looked almost blue in the morning light. You think it is that simple? No. I think it is that hard. 3 days later, the DeLuca council returned to Bellini's. The same long table waited beneath the chandeliers. The same crystal glasses stood on the white linen. But this time, Claire sat beside Matteo instead of standing behind him with a tray. Carlo was removed from the council. Vincent lost the protection that had kept him untouchable. The financial records were turned over to federal investigators through attorneys, and every family harmed by the false debts received restitution from the companies that had profited from them. Matteo did not call it mercy. Claire did not let him. Mercy is optional, she told him before the meeting. This is responsibility. He repeated her words to the council. Some men called him weak. Others threatened to leave. Matteo placed both tattooed hands on the table and let them talk until the room went quiet. Power that depends on innocent people staying afraid is not power, he said. It is cowardice with a better suit. Claire watched the faces around the table change. For the first time, they were not afraid of what Matteo might do to them. They were afraid he might force them to become accountable. Ethan's debt disappeared, but Claire refused Matteo's offer of money. Instead, she asked him to create a legal fund for workers trapped by the family's old companies. "You saved my life," Matteo said later, when they were alone at table 12. "You could ask for anything." Claire poured 2 glasses of bourbon. "I am asking for something." "What?" "Do not make the next woman save you before you decide she matters." Matteo lowered his eyes. The words reached somewhere deeper than accusation. He picked up his glass, then stopped. He waited until Claire lifted hers first. She noticed. "You are learning," she said, slowly. He almost smiled. The silver DeLuca ring still hung loosely on her finger, held in place by the black cord he had tied at the motel. Claire removed it and placed it in his palm. His expression closed. "You are giving it back." She folded his tattooed fingers around it. "No, I am giving you a chance to ask properly." Matteo looked at the ring, then at her. "Stay," he said. Claire shook her head. "That is an order." He took a breath. A man who had commanded rooms, families, and entire blocks of the city had to search for different words. "Will you stay?" Claire held his gaze. "Not behind you, beside me." She nodded. Outside, morning traffic moved through the wet streets, ordinary and loud. Inside, the most feared man in the city learned that protection was not possession. Love was not obedience, and honor was not the name inherited from a father. It was the choice made when keeping power became easier than doing what was right. Claire had not entered his world to be rescued. She had entered it carrying the truth, and she stayed only after he proved he was willing to let the truth change him.